Okay. All right.
He's on a date with his wife in a loud place. I kept calling him, and he finally answered. So,
Ah, fair. Well, what's it called? So I have my YouTube going. So of course that's how I get like the footage and stuff like normal. Um,
yep.
Let me know when the lobby is made. I'm gonna go live like about 5 minutes prior. Also, Pixteca sent me all of the lobby graphics.
Yep, I saw those. He sent me a copy of them. So you should have everything. Remember, those lobby graphics are to go over the lobby screen because it's going to show all of us drivers and our cars and stuff on the right
Yeah,
hand side, but cover everything else.
yeah, I know, I know.
Okay.
There's actually a few more that I just picked up that I forgot to add. Um, the
Oh, I need my keyboard.
offline, which is a key one. Let's see, where's the offline? Offline. General image.
Get my
No.
keyboard plugged
Offline
in. Don't spill the big glass of water. Don't. I already went to the bathroom. Don't drink anything else until the pit stop.
Hey Venom.
Okay.
What up, man?
I'm just gonna say.
What's up, my brother from such a different mother?
Yep. What's going on, guys?
Just
Doing good.
Gee. No, there's no tuning. Let's see, what was the track again? Oh, Tri-Mountain, that's right.
Try 'em out.
Should I throw a curveball at everybody and then do it
No.
the reverse?
Oh no, I don't want to do it in reverse.
Okay, I'm doing times 10 speed, and we're going to start early morning, so we'll end like near the evening time. Actually, I'll do sunrise because at times 10 for 90 minutes, that will take us into sunset, so that would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to do false start on this, or do you want to do...
Yeah, let's do a false
Grid start?
start since we
Oh,
did that.
full start or grid start?
Yeah. Okay, fastest first, BOP on, tuning prohibited, slipstream real,
Okay.
visible damage on, mechanical damage heavy, fuel consumption times 2, tire wear times 2, 180-second delay, grip reduction real, category group 4,
Also,
shortcut penalties weak, car collision penalties on, correct vehicle off, pit lane on, flag rules on, counter steering, and active hostility prohibited. I think I'm ready.
okay,
think so.
one more thing as well. Just to reconfirm before I go live, the intro video and the exit video for GTC World Cup. That's the ones that you want me to use, yeah? For the All Stars.
Sure.
Okay, cool.
You do you, boo.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to ask you guys to leave the party chat.
Oh yeah, huh? Okay, I'll open a new one.
I just sent into the All Star chat that's saying that I just added the people that I could to the comms box. If you didn't receive one, just add me and then I'll get them in later. Also, I should probably also say do not join until after the race.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I'm gonna open up a new one.
All right. So the lobby's made, yeah? Perfect. No one's here. Hey, Gorski. Hey, yes, this is the wrong one. Yes, this is gonna be the one that you join after. No worries. See you, buddy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're ready and set to go. Are you guys excited? We're welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today for GT Champions, but of course, you do see on the screen right now, stream is starting soon. So now we gotta go to the iconic intro video for GT Champions World Cup. And we're gonna be right back in a little bit. So ladies and gentlemen, we're about to kick this off. Don't go anywhere. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to GT Champions here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, for the World Cup All-Stars. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We take the top performing drivers in each division, as well as a few commentators in the race as well. I actually forgot to change that. Taddy won't be racing here tonight, I don't believe, and it will be actually by Pixteca from Hypre. So I'm very excited there. Paige, welcome. I do want to welcome everyone from all of the platforms that we have around the world, ladies and gentlemen, from the Twitch, from GT Champions YouTube and Facebook, as well as 12 Ounce Sports Network. I want to welcome them as well to GT Champions. Good to have you all. If you guys are new to the GT Champions family, World Cup All-Stars, this race and the whole series actually has been presented by RWB Racing and is sponsored by Digital Group, Detailing Group Inc. We have Metropolis, Hypre, as well as Pride at the Dragon. If you want to know all of the information about GT Champions, please make your way to your internet browser and search up gtchampions.com in the URL so you're notified all of when it comes down to the main specs, when it comes down to the lineups, when it comes down to just stats in general about GT Champions. Please make your way down there as well. I do want to welcome everybody around the world, and thank you so much for queuing in. Most people in late nights in the UK, in the Americas, kind of near like the evening time in Australia as well, early in the morning. Good morning to you guys as well. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight I am your commentator, JustGaming_real, also known as Justin, and we are here for the GTC World Cup All-Star Race here at Trail Mountain to end off Season 3, Saturday, May 7th for the UK and the US, Sunday, May 8th for the Australians out there. So thank you guys so much for queuing in, and we're about to get this show on the road. So now, as we make our way down to the track here, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with quite a few drivers actually, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we're going to be here at Trail Mountain here on GT7. So love to see all these drivers. Actually, a few late changes actually to the lineup here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As, oop, that's the wrong graphic, Justin. Well done. As it's been a little bit of a change, actually, as it did say, Tatiana will not be here tonight, of course, being the head of Pride at the Dragon. Of course, also GTC2 World Cup commentator as well, did an exceptional job. In my opinion, she always does an exceptional job, ladies and gentlemen. Big shout out to her. But here tonight for Division 1, the top performers in the season is going to be Distinct Twitchy with Ace Rio and Corey Hack as well. For Division 2, we have Colin T24 with Joey Canoli RWB, as well as RWB Gorski, who is actually one of the GT Champions staff here. So really do appreciate them attending here in tonight's race. We also have in Division 3, where I did the commentary, where we actually have 4 drivers actually. Me personally, I did believe that all 4 of these drivers should definitely be in it. A very, very close ending to the championship. And if you guys did miss that, all on the GT Champions YouTube channel, GTC3. I joined in midway of the season, and I've been enjoying it ever since. The top performers being RWB J-Raw 23, as well as ART Wooly, ATK 037, also known as Leo, as well as RWB Venom, who is also a GTC staff as well. We also have in Division 4 RWB Spider, Average Viper, as well as OGR Toolshed. We have the streamer as well as contending driver for the Porsche Cup here in GT Champions by RWB Presidio Dog, as well as Pix Tekka, who is also a designer and also the head of Hypre. He's done all of these graphics. A big shout out to Pix Tekka and his team at Hypre. Love to see that as well. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, as we do find ourselves here tonight, is going to be a very, very good one, and it's going to be a difficult one for these drivers actually, as they're in a pretty new car. To be honest with you guys, I actually haven't really been in one of these cars before, but it's going to be the Suzuki Swift Sport GT4. Just the Suzuki Swift, just the stock version. I've actually never seen that car before, to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, but I absolutely love how compact it is, especially here at Trail Mountain. A very historic track in the Gran Turismo games, as well as actually, yeah, just the Gran Turismo games, just very, very just all around, and you just love to see it as well. And with these cars being a little bit more compact, we could be seeing a lot more side-to-side battles as well on the field. and of course hosted, and well, not hosted but commentated by myself, Just Gaming Real, also known as Justin Silva, whichever you guys prefer. If you guys want to join the community here at GT Champions, please follow us on Twitter and Instagram at GT Champions. Go look us up on Facebook as well, and follow the page for any more updates to the league as well. If you want to join the Discord, please make your way down to the Discord. Hashtag GT Champions. Please tweet hashtag GT Champions so we can see if you guys are enjoying it back at home. If you guys also will be watching this both on YouTube and of course on Twitch, as well as the 12 Ounce Sports Network. Big thanks to them again from helping us here at GT Champions. I do want to welcome everyone at 12 Ounce as well as YouTube and Twitch, ladies and gentlemen. A good turnout so far, and a lot of skills all over the board here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a good one. But as well, as we are here for Trail Mountain, these drivers have actually been out there on the track currently doing their qualifying laps, actually, ladies and gentlemen. So we're actually going to go on board with one of them real quick. And there we go. So we're currently on board with Colin T24. And actually, I should change this real quick. Not to the driver names, but to the online IDs. There we go. So now you can see everything on the left side of the screen as well, ladies and gentlemen. Just makes it a little bit easier to actually recognize the drivers out there. Yeah, again, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to welcome everyone from the 12 Ounce Sports Network as well as Twitch and YouTube. So love to see the support here as we kick things off. So far, the fastest lap has gone to Colin T24 in his Suzuki Swift. Taking it a lot, pretty heavy into these corners as well. With them being a little bit top heavy, is going to make it a little bit difficult for those drivers out there. One person I'm going to be viewing here tonight is going to be Presidio Dog. Of course, helped me out a lot with getting used to GT Champions. So big shout out to him as well. Honestly, love to see the support out here, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of support, a lot of people watching all over the world, from the U.S., from the Americas, from Canada, from Europe, all over Europe, UK as well. We also have Australia as well. A lot of these drivers actually waking up nice and early to get themselves ready here at Australia. And you love to see the dedication out there as well, ladies and gentlemen. Love to see the dedication from all of these drivers who are doing pretty well. And one thing I'm actually going to be focusing on as well, ladies and gentlemen, is that with the live lineup, I should probably do. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, but with the driver lineup as well here, ladies and gentlemen, a big turnout for all of these drivers, and I want to see if those lower divisions compared to Division 1 and 2 can actually give those other drivers a little bit of a test to see if they've shown that they actually have improved coming into the new Gran Turismo game, and see if they can actually give those tough runners a little bit of a tougher time. I actually saw a lot of drivers actually when we were doing the Porsche Cup last Sunday for the Australians. It was actually a lot of back and forth battle all over the grid here, ladies and gentlemen. And one person, actually a few people that were actually looking at this one person, the Presidio Dog, wanting to come back into racing ever since doing commentary for such a long time. I definitely know the feeling. But yeah, doing an exceptional job in that race. Got a little bit of spins, and I know that if he's watching this back, he's definitely going to give me a little bit of crap for it. Of course, good banter all over the field, ladies and gentlemen, and you just love to see that as well. A lot of these drivers getting comfortable with each other on the field, going to be giving each other a lot of respect up the track as well. But we're actually going to go on board with Presidio here and get a little bit of a description of the Trail Mountain. So as you make your way down the straight towards turn 1, 2, and 3 in Sector 1, you make your way through, of course, in the previous games had that little bridge coming off the exit of turn 3, but then you make your way up towards turn 4 into this kind of a tunnel exit, to where you make your way towards turn 5, and right before turn 6 you start to enter Sector 2, and you can see how top heavy these cars are, as Presidio Dog is actually struggling to keep the grip here as he's coming around turn 5, 6, and now 7. Now towards turn 8 on the exit here, you want to go all on that yellow spot, get as close to the wall as possible. And then this is actually perfect right here for Presidio. It's going to be like a few tenths behind the driver ahead of him, but he's going to get a little bit of slipstream to carry him down this long straight. And then you make your way down towards turn 9 at the end of this straight, where it's a banking left-hander. This car is actually very good for trail braking, and Benjo as well actually could improve on this. You can actually go on that runoff area on the left side, as he was able to make it through and carry a lot of momentum, currently improving by around 6/10 as you make your way into sector 3 down towards turn 10, 11, and now 12 on this little banking downhill descent down towards turn 13, where you have this quick left side. As you can see, both of these drivers actually going almost side to side through this corner, as then you make your way down towards this hairpin. This is the biggest change of the track over the previous games. Of course, you used to actually take it a little bit faster into these final corners, where actually it was actually a lot closer, where you can actually, it's like a little bit of a banking slope, where instead in the game they've actually improved it to make it a little bit more challenging for the drivers out there in like a very tough chicane to a 90-degree right-hander on the exit. And that's going to give a lot of drivers, you want to start your lap on that outside line and carry a lot of momentum down. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, Division 1 driver Distinct Twitchy was able to get so far the fastest lap at 158.909. Really shows that he has a lot in his mind about this track, has really done his homework, as he's been doing an exceptional job, currently improving by a 10th as well, as he's coming down towards turn 12 and now turn 13, where you want to take a little bit more of that curve actually to just shorten that gap between you and the final corners. Gets a little bit of that wall on the exit there, but now comes down towards turn 14, where then you have this slight right-hander here of turn 15 down towards the hairpin and the 90-degree turn of turn 16 and 17. Goes on that brakes like around the 70, maybe the 80 meter mark, able to take that curb, carry a lot of momentum through, go hugging that outside wall on the exit to carry a lot more momentum. Then you sprint towards the timing line. Let's see what sort of time Distinct is going to be setting for himself, as he improves by 2.5 tenths, around 2.5 tenths here, ladies and gentlemen, with a 158.675, and he's definitely going to be one to watch here tonight, as the closest driver after him is going to be Venom, and he has gone faster than Venom by over 2 seconds here, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you actually didn't know, here at GT Champions, presented by RWB Racing, as well as sponsored by Detailing Group Incorporate, Pride at the Dragon, Metropolis, and High Pre. If you guys want to know all of the updates and the leagues here that we have in GT Champions, please make your way down to gtchampions.com, where you can find out all of that information about what we do behind the scenes to make it a more enjoyable basically event for everyone out involved, from me as a commentator, from you guys back at home, as well as the drivers out there as well. But a brief description actually. So Detailing Group Incorporate is actually a company that carries out the Tekla Structures 3D, which is a powerful BIM software, also known as a CAD, a computer-assisted design software, as well as being the leader in the 3D designing world. They also do personal quality project control by personally managing all of Detailing Group's projects to foresee any unexpected surprises. So that actually really helps people that are doing like construction, building, or especially steel fabrications, where they would actually run everything through Detailing Group, and they would actually pick out things that don't actually add up and give them updates on that. So Detailing Group does an exceptional job with that. Tekla Structures 3D, one of the best actually for the CAD computer-assisted design softwares out there. Definitely helps out a lot of people. Another sponsor that we have here tonight actually is going to be Metropolis, which is a company that develops call centers, call accounting, 911 emergency management, as well as telemanagement applications for businesses of all types in the US and abroad. That makes it easier, and they actually set up all of that for people that are calling 911, they have an emergency, or just doing natural business calls as well. So Metropolis definitely very key for a lot of businesses out there. We also have High Pre, who I've actually am a new member of, ladies and gentlemen. which is a international esports team based in Mexico, where they actually do a lot of things, ladies and gentlemen. Pixteca, for example, being a graphic designer and wraps his whole world around that, and making it a lot of a more easier job for me in the consoles, but a more visually appealing stream for you guys back at home. Pixteca and his team at Hypre doing all of a lot of the graphics here, so big shout out to them and big thank you to them. If you guys want to know more about Hypre, please make your way down to hypre.com.mx to see what they're all about. But just getting a brief description, they've actually done coaching, design, photography, FIA administration, and of course Real Racing. So again, special thanks to them for the graphics. And also, Pride at the Dragon is a vacation event that caters to LGBTQ plus car enthusiasts, where they stay out at a resort near the Tail of the Dragon, a famous road in North Carolina, where they go on drives on the Tail of the Dragon and the surrounding roads, a very, very long stretch of road, and they have like a little spot, like a little how would you say it actually? Like a vacation spot for LGBTQ plus car enthusiasts, just having a good time as well. Also, big thanks as well to 12 Ounce Sports Network for helping out GT Champions, and I do want to welcome everyone at 12 Ounce Sports Network as well. And honestly, makes me just so enjoyable to have GT Champions actually get a little bit more exposure as well. And they truly deserve it. I can definitely tell you that, as ATK Leo actually exits out of the pit lane with a pit lane hold on, what did he get actually? A 3-second time penalty. So he actually crossed over the white line on the exit of that curb and actually got himself a time penalty. So he's gonna have to carry that until he continues on with this lap and trying to improve on that. I think we have just a little bit more time of qualifying here, ladies and gentlemen, until we get down to the real racing here, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very excited to see how things kick off. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, a big thank you to all of our sponsors, RWB for actually presenting the GT Champions World Cup. As we just saw Leo get a little bit of a counter steer issue coming into that that long straight between turn 8 and 9, as he collects a little bit of damage, goes into the pit lane as well. But of course, you can actually see a lot of these drivers testing out the track limits here in qualifying and slash practice to see exactly where they can take as much curb, where that line is, and try to avoid crossing it as well. But they're giving everything that they can to try and minimize the time on each lap. But so far as well, ladies and gentlemen, the current pole sitter of Distinct Twitchy has actually improved actually to a 158.566, so it really shows his pace here, as we're actually going to go on board with this man to see exactly how he does this here, as he's rocking the very nice Distinct livery for Twitchy, a very nice lime to kind of like a sea blue with magenta pearlescent. Very, very nice to see that. And it just shows that a lot of these drivers have a lot of creativity, trying to prove, trying to show their teams well. Of course, you have. Oh, sorry about that. Ladies and gentlemen, don't know exactly what happened there. I've been having a lot of issues actually with internet connectivity here in Bermuda, and yeah, we actually, fun fact actually, ladies and gentlemen, we almost crapped our pants actually here in Bermuda, as there was a huge thunderstorm, as we see Pixteca and Presidio having themselves a good time, very, very good friends here, as they now come down towards turn 13. And you can actually see still going side to side, giving themselves a little bit of a close battle to see how these cars handle these sort of conditions. But for Pixteca, I believe the only Mexican driver out here tonight, as he makes his way through and flashing his lights as well. Love to see that, showing off a little bit for that man right there. And actually, hold on, I want to show you guys something actually. I actually got a special message for Pixteca that I'm actually gonna say in quote. He says, at Justin Silva, make sure you tell the audience that he is not a driver. He is the celebrity that invite the sporting events and is not competitive, says Pixelteka. But to be honest with you, he's doing an exceptional job so far. First setting a 2:09, looking to improve on that time as well, as he's currently behind J-Rod, of course, GTC 3 World Cup champion J-Rod, by around 62 thousandths of a second. So let's see if Pixelteka can improve on that, as he takes a little bit too much of the curb there, has to slam with the brakes, but yeah, doing a good job, and good to see that he's giving it his all out there on the track, ladies and gentlemen. All of these drivers are giving it their all, gotta say. But just to remind you guys, if you are just queuing in, that here tonight we actually have a bit of a different scenario here, as the drivers, of course, here in the All-Stars World Cup for GTC, we actually have drivers from all 4 divisions, the top performing drivers, as well as streamers, as well as just sponsors as well. From Hypre Pixelteka actually stepping in as well. Of course, if I wanted to race, we wouldn't have a commentator. So hopefully next season, I actually get myself out there on the track. But yeah, still enjoying it, to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. Still having a good time as well. I hope you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful time as well back at home. I want to hear from you guys as well. Which driver out there are going to be representing you here tonight? Which driver are you going to be looking at getting the best performance in this race? I want to hear from you guys as well. But so far, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are just queuing in, welcome to GT Champions here for the World Cup All-Stars race, where we are here at, wait for it, hold on, we are here at the Trail Mountain track here in GT7, where we actually see that with the cars that they're in, of course the Suzuki Swift GT4 car, actually makes it a little bit enjoyable actually for these drivers out here. Just a little bit of a fun race, as I just received word that we have 5 minutes left of qualifying before we actually get into the race. A whole 90 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, here. And a fun fact as well, Presidio Dog and all of these drivers out here, some of them actually competed in the GTC Porsche Cup qualifying that we had last week around this time. And I do gotta say, man, oh man, was it so enjoyable. Like, even though, like, if someone tells you, oh, you're actually going to be doing commentary for about 4.5 hours straight, for 3 heat races, 1 hour for each of those races. But to be honest with you, even though I had a headache for looking at my screen for so long, it was just so enjoyable. A lot of close battles from all different skill levels, and it was just beautiful to see that as well, ladies and gentlemen. So if you guys do want to queue in and watch that race, please make your way to the GT Champions YouTube channel, where you'll be both seeing this stream live as well as the whole Porsche Cup in total. If you actually did miss out on the GT Champions World Cup races throughout all of the divisions, please make your way to the channel as well. That's all going to be on the GT Champions YouTube. If you want to look up more about what GT Champions does, please make your way down to gtchampions.com. Hashtag GT Champions on Twitter and Instagram. We will get back to you as quick as possible as well. But again, ladies and gentlemen, these drivers here are going to be in the Suzuki Swift Sport GT4 car. And this car, even though is very agile and very small, the thing is it's a little bit top heavy. So especially through corners like 1, 2, and 3 at the beginning of the race. Same goes with 5, 6, and 7 in that middle part, as well as 10, 11, and 12 in sector 3, where if you turn a little bit too hard, your car is going to be flipping, or you'll be getting a lot of understeer. But of course, these drivers have done their practice. They've done everything that they wanted, that they could, for the time being as well. But it's going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just a few minutes away from qualifying being over and us being ready to go out there on the track and see how these drivers take Trail Mountain. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, here for the GT Champions All-Stars World Cup, one key thing that these drivers will have to keep an eye on is that the pit rules. So you're able to have one set of softs, and one set of mediums, where the pit opens at around 40 minutes past and it closes at 50 minutes past. So there's only a 10-minute pit window for you to actually make your way into the pit lane, get your pit stop done, and get your behind back into the race. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, if they actually go in before the 40-minute pass mark, or exit out after the 50-minute pass mark, they'll actually be penalized for the type of penalty that they have. So if they go on a new set of tires, they get a minute time penalty, as well as fuel. They will both get a minute time penalties, and that is very, very crucial, especially with the lap times around this track being around 2 minutes. So if you do a whole tire and fuel stop on outside of that pit window, you're practically lapping yourself in a way. So you want to get that perfectly in time. So of course, a lot of these drivers really testing themselves out to see how they can improve and how they can actually manage the fuel, manage the tire wear. A lot of the drivers actually want to start a little bit behind a few people, let that slipstream carry them through, save themselves a lot of fuel, save themselves a lot of tires as well, and just being careful out there as well. But of course, if the car is damaged as well, you can go into the pit lane while the car is damaged and only fix the damaged parts. You cannot go in with a damaged car and fix the damage as well as get like a tire change or a fuel change, because with that as well, even though the damage won't get penalized, the tires and the fuel will get penalized. So they have to be very, very careful with their cars out there on the track. We're looking potentially around maybe a 30, maybe a 40, potentially even a 50-second pit stop, depending on how much they need to do. So these drivers really need to cue in and get that whole pit strategy down. But as we have a few minutes left of qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, these drivers are going to go on their starting tire sets and get themselves ready for the race start. Again, guys, I do want to remind you guys about the drivers that we have here tonight. Distinct Twitchy so far with Division 1, as well as Ace, Rio, and Corey Hack in Division 2. From Division 2, I should say, we had Colin T24, as well as Joey Canoli and Igorski. For Division 3, we actually have the most drivers, actually, out of all divisions in Division 3, with J-Rod, ART Wooly, ATK Leo, as well as RWB Venom. From Division 4, we actually have RWB Spider, AVRG, also known as Average Viper, and we also have OGR Toolshed. And we have a few special guests of RWB Presidio Dog, also being the Division 1 streamer / commentator. And also Pixteca being the designer and the head of Hypre, of course, myself, Just Gaming Real, also known as Justin Silva, however you guys prefer it. And we're going to be here for an amazing race here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are excited as I am, because we can actually see a lot of the drivers actually make their way out onto the exit of the final corner actually here. And getting themselves ready with their tire sets, getting everything done. Presidio Dog saying in the chat, please check your tires, as we have only a few minutes left. Drive past Sector 1, of course, ladies and gentlemen. Once you come out of the pit lane, make your way past Sector 1, park yourself to the side, so the game can actually get your tires all set and ready to go. But ladies and gentlemen, we're about to kick this off here, and it's going to be a good one here, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a good one, as we actually have someone that's just left, so hopefully they will be joining soon. It's going to be ATK Leo. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to welcome everyone from the GTC Champions YouTube, my personal Twitch, and as well as 12 Ounce Sports Network. Thank you so much for coming in and stopping by, as we are just seconds underway from starting. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, these drivers are going to be giving themselves a little bit extra practice until they get themselves ready, and we'll be starting actually in a few seconds. Actually, someone missing tires, 2 minutes. He said. So no worries, guys. We're just going to be waiting just a little bit more. That's going to give these drivers a little bit of a well, 2 minutes. That's going to be a whole extra lap of practice out here. As you can see, Colin T24 taking advantage of that as well, just to get that that consistency down, just so that they are ready and set to go for where we have the green lights. Benjo and Distinct having themselves a good pep talk Um, right there, I'm trying to get a good view on that, as you can see. But yeah, you gotta love the creativity of these drivers out here as well, ladies and gentlemen. As they were actually given of course they have to have like certain things on the car, but from pure design, they are free and set to do whatever they feel like. As we actually have a lot of people in the tunnels coming off of the exit of turn 8, and you can actually see all of these colorful cars as they make their way through. Pixteca having himself a little bit of a contact with Presidio as he's trying to find himself through. But ladies and gentlemen, we actually have a pretty good one here. As you can see, Pixteca, the GTC World Cup streamers, as he is a designer, and you can actually see that he's a designer because just look how good that car is. Just look how beautiful all of these cars are on the track. As we actually have Toolshed with a nice black, red, and blue actually. So a very good looking car out there for Toolshed representing OGR. And we're just going to be a few seconds underway, ladies and gentlemen, before we get this show on the road. Of course, GT Champions being presented by RWB Racing, as well as sponsored by Detailing Group, Pride at the Dragon Metropolis, as well as Hypre. If you want to know all of the updates and just what GT Champions do at a whole, please make your way to your internet browser and look up gtchampions.com. So you'll be getting everything. And Presidio has said it in the chat here, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. As these drivers are getting themselves nice and warmed up, ready to get themselves out there on the track. And a lot of these drivers, a little bit of cold feet, but very exciting ones as well. As we now started off here, ladies and gentlemen, the GTC World Cup All-Star Race, Trail Mountain. To end off Season 3, full stars will be penalized. Please make sure to keep your foot on the brakes until the race start. As we wait for the red lights here, ladies and gentlemen, let's see who's going to be having the best start. As 1, 2, 3, 4 red lights, 5, and green, go, go, go. An amazing start there for Distinct Twitchy, as Colin follows right behind on the inside. Wooly as well, getting himself involved around the outside, as there's a little bit of an incident at the beginning of this. I'm not too sure exactly what happened there with those drivers, and looks like we're going to be having a red flag here, ladies and gentlemen. I do believe we are going to be having a red flag, as I am seeing quite a few people exit out, so don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to be right back after a little bit. Yeah, so just a quick red flag. They're going to be getting themselves back out there on the track, getting themselves ready for the race start, as there was a little bit of a unfortunate glitch for the drivers out there. But we're going to be back, of course, ladies and gentlemen, in a little bit. But of course, we always have, it's not that we always, but like stuff like this can always happen. It is very unfortunate when it does, but it still gives these drivers a little bit of a test. So basically, they were practically able to practice their race starts here tonight at Trail Mountain in those Suzuki Swifts Sports. And you can actually see a lot of those drivers already getting back out there on the track to get their tires ready, have to pass through Sector 1 to ensure that they have those tires at the race start. But that's just going to come down to the race strategy as well. That pit strategy is going to be so crucial to have, because if you make that pit stop out of that pit window, you're going to be losing a lot of time, and you're going to have to make it up as quick as possible. But as we wait for the drivers to make their way back out there on the track, there we go. And it looks like we got everything sorted. Again, ladies and gentlemen, please remember that if you are watching this back at home and you are racing out there, please remember to have your tires set and ready, as we do see everyone coming down into that tunnel straight, having themselves a little bit of a spin, having themselves a good time to get themselves ready to kick this off once again after the red flag restart. A few drivers actually rendering in as they make their way through, as the outlap for Distinct Twitchy was about 596 hours, 31 minutes and 23 seconds. with 648 thousandths of a second, and that's tough to do here, ladies and gentlemen. A new world record actually for an outlap, I would believe. But of course, this man is still going to be one to watch here as he makes his way down, waiting for a few more drivers to enter Sector 1. One person still in the pit lane of Pixteca making his way out now. So once we see these drivers make their way through Sector 1 and get themselves ready, we can actually see that quite a few other drivers having themselves a little bit more practice to get themselves ready for the race start. ATK Leo, the Portuguese Canadian, here tonight, doing an exceptional job as he's going to be starting his lap. But of course, with that as well, they're going to have to make their way around the track and get themselves ready for this race start. We're still waiting on one more person to enter Sector 2 of Pixteca. And right as you see it there, ladies and gentlemen, here we go, right as he enters Sector 1. So his tires are set for the race start. I hope you guys are ready as much as I am, as these drivers are going to be getting themselves hot and ready. As we have a familiar screen here, ladies and gentlemen, as we do have the race starts. Let's see who's going to be the one to come out on top here, ladies and gentlemen. 5 red lights and 2 rows of green until we can kick this off. 90 minutes around Trail Mountain in the what's called the Suzuki Swifts. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful start. A good reaction time there from Corey Hack, as he has a little bit of an inside line catching up to Distinct on that inside, as we also see ART Willie making up a lot of ground at his start. Really done his homework for the race starts as he looks on the inside towards Joey Cannoli. Presidio as well, trying to stick himself on the inside of that. They have themselves a little bit of a collision, a little bit of contact, but Presidio makes his way up to P6. A beautiful overtake there, a little bit of contact to make it happen. But still, look at all these Toyotas. Toyotas. Jeez, why do I have Toyota in my name, ladies and gentlemen? Suzuki Swift. As we do see Venom trying to look on the inside of Wooly down towards turn 5, and he's able to make the move on the inside. Wooly had the amazing start, but unfortunately gotten overtaken by Presidio and Venom early on in this race. Now back up to the front, we can actually see Distinct with an extraordinarily comfortable lead with just under a whole second. But now Corey Hack will be having a little bit of that slipstream. I think he's actually just missing out on that slipstream, as slipstream window is like around 7/10. And you can actually see Presidio has had an unfortunate start here, as he is losing a lot of pace compared to him and ATK Leo currently in 4th. We also now see Joey trying to go around the outside and make his way through. Unfortunately can't make up the gap, but that's going to give Venom the opportunity to go on the inside and make his way up to P6. And Venom already making up a lot of gaps here early on in this race. Now near the back, we can actually see a Gorski as well as Toolshed having themselves an incident. Benjo is hit with a 2-second time penalty, as we just saw Spider go around the outside, has unfortunately had himself an incident. Pixteca was having a lot of slips through that exit, but was able to hold on to it as he now goes side to side, and there goes Spider. Major contact between Pixteca and Spider, as Spider is now down to 15th and last, and will be going into the pit lane early on in this race, which is not what you want to do, but we'll have to get that car fixed. As you now see Benjo going on the inside, a good time there to and actually a good lane to actually serve that time penalty. Of course, the ghosting feature being off, as we now see the closest battle on the field here, ladies and gentlemen. J-Rod right ahead of Toolshed as he cuts a little bit of that corner, gives himself a half a second time penalty. Might be losing him a position to Toolshed potentially once he serves it. But now right up ahead we see Joey Lugano, Jesus, I'm thinking of NASCAR. Joey Cannoli around the outside, now switching onto the inside, late brakes as he goes into the wall, damages his engine, and now Joey Cannoli now falls down the pecking order. As you can see, Presidio just running away with that position now. Got too ambitious early on in this race here, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, when it comes to an endurance race, you don't want to make those sort of moves too early. It is not a sprint race here, ladies and gentlemen. It's more like a marathon. But now talking about a potential position change, we see Toolshed just hanging on right to the back of J-Rod. A little bit of bump drafting, and that's going to actually help out Toolshed here. Going to save him a little bit of fuel down that straight, and that's where you're going to be seeing a lot of that strategy to kick in. If you are back up to the front, you actually don't want to make too much of a move, as you do see Toolshed make his way past J-Rod, and he's able to make his way up to P8. Now this three-way battle as Venom and Wooly go side to side. Presidio has lost 2 positions here, where Venom has actually gained 2. Wooly will actually technically gain 3, as we saw Joey Cannoli have himself a huge incident there. But now you can actually see all of these Swifts making their way through. And now you can actually see Presidio Dog look on the inside here, down towards the hairpin. Can he make the move on the inside? Yes, he can. Bob the Builder, yes, he can. On the inside, makes up the position, and he now moves up to P6. Wooly could now be overtaken here by Toolshed, as he has a little bit more slipstream, a little bit of a faster exit, but he's going to be using that slipstream to help himself a little bit with that fuel, as they now come down towards turn 1, where you can actually see Toolshed trying to stick his nose in on the inside, but Wooly ain't having any of that. Breaks a little bit later to ensure that he keeps that P7, does not want to lose any more positions here, as he has a little bit of a hiccup through that exit, and collects himself a time penalty. Collected a little bit of I believe grass actually through that corner. But now you can actually go back up to the front and look at that lead from Distinct Twitchy as he turns on his headlights down towards the tunnels. Almost 3.5 seconds here, ladies and gentlemen, and that gap is increasing. Distinct is going all out at the beginning of this race, trying to get himself away from Corey Hack and Colin T24. Not going to be giving them any sort of slipstream in this race, but and that's actually kind of a double-ended knife. Well, like a dual-ended knife, to be honest with you. Like a double-ended blade, where it's a good thing because you won't be battling out with anyone, and you won't be getting any dirty air. But it's going to be a bad thing for you as well, because you won't have the benefits of slipstream, where you can actually fuel save a lot, and that's going to be the biggest thing in this race here, ladies and gentlemen, is that fuel save. The fuel and the tire save, very, very crucial here, as we now see Presidio make himself next to Wooly on that inside, and he makes himself back up to P6. Wooly was just able to get up to P6, down towards turn 9, that long sweeping left-hander, but Presidio taking it back a few corners later, as he is trying to prove himself that he is a good racer. He doesn't only do commentary here, ladies and gentlemen, apparently, as he is doing an exceptional job to hold off Venom, Wooly, as well as Toolshed as they make their way through. Good battles over the field. Unfortunately for the back runners, or actually Wooly going on the inside to serve that half-a-second time penalty. Loses the position to Toolshed. Now Agorski looking around the outside. Can he make up the position up to P8? Yes, he does. So Wooly, with that time penalty, loses him out on 2 positions, and that's the one thing as well, as we also see Venom and Presidio having themselves a good battle through turn 3. Now up towards turn 4, Venom holds on, as right behind him you see Wooly trying to go around the outside of Agorski. Agorski taking that inside line, gonna have a little bit better traction through there. Wooly trying to get the switchback, but couldn't get the job done, as he is now in P9. Agorski, with a little bit of a later braking, was able to carry a lot more momentum into those corners, so he's doing an exceptional job. J-Rod and Wooly in Division 3, big rivals throughout the season, and once the season ended, a lot of respect for all of those drivers out there. Unfortunate for Wooly and Venom. Venom, I believe, having himself a disconnect. I'm not too sure, but Wooly got unfortunate at the season finale for GTC3, where they were at the Le Mans track in the RS01s GR3 cars back in GTS, and just had an unfortunate beginning of the race that really messed him up for the rest of the race there. But now we can actually see Venom and Presidio still going at it at the beginning of this race. Presidio with a little bit of a later braking around the outside. Has he made the move as they have a little bit of contact? I'm not too sure, as he returns the favor with a little bit of contact. Now goes on the inside of Venom. Has he made the move? I don't believe so as of yet. Venom has a little bit more momentum around the outside, carry a little bit more speed, as Presidio is going to be braking, trying to stick his nose in, as he does here. takes a little bit too much of that sausage curve, gonna be losing a little bit of momentum, and that's gonna be giving Toolshed the opportunity to go on the inside of Presidio. And now we're looking at 3 wide here, ladies and gentlemen, down towards turn 1. Venom, Presidio, as well as Toolshed, all of these drivers giving it their all. If that was the ending of that race, that would have been a huge ending. But now you can actually see Presidio makes his way up to P5, Toolshed down to was in P6, made his move down to P7 to not go side to side with Venom through these corners, as it's very, very difficult to do. But all of these drivers giving it their all throughout the entirety of this race so far. But now back up to the front here, we're actually seeing a battle for second place with Colin T24 as well as Corey Hack as they make their ways around Trail Mountain and have themselves a good battle. The two is pretty much dominated in this race by the Australians of Colin, Corey, as well as Distinct, who is currently leading by around 6 seconds off of Corey Hack as well. Now you can actually see that them two are going to be working together here a little bit with the slipstream. Presidio trying to break the slipstream as he goes side, changes lanes quite frequently down that exit. Down towards there, as we now see, you can actually see Toolshed and Wooly going side to side. Wooly on the inside, can he make the move done? As he breaks a little bit earlier to get that inside line, and he's able to move his way up. Toolshed will be having a little bit more momentum into that corner, will be having a little bit more speed, but unfortunately, it's not as long as you would think. That's what she said, and Toolshed now down to P8 with that beautiful overtake from Wooly. Now Presidio still trying to hold on against Venom as well as ART Wooly to hold on to P5, and he's doing an exceptional job here, ladies and gentlemen, to hold on to that position. But you can actually start to see that those front tires are really taking a beating in this race as they are trying to move that car around. Of course, with it being a top end, as I said, they're going to be having a lot of understeer in this race. As you can see, Presidio just not giving Venom any sort of slipstream to help him out with fuel. As he crosses the line, Distinct still has the fastest lap of 2 minutes and 138 thousandths of a second. And you can actually see that a lot of these drivers, this mid-pack here, from P5, I want to say, down towards P10, so 6 drivers actually involved in this close battle. And you can actually potentially see P4 of Leo get himself involved, as we just had, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be right back, as we just had a blue screen from this, so I am apologetic about the situation, so we're going to be right back in a little bit. I do apologize for that. Had myself a little bit of a blue screen. We'll be announcing it real quick.